Her words were like a hand grenade, thrown casually across the table over coffee. By morning, I would tear her world down. It was a cold morning, the kind where steam curls out of coffee mugs as though it were stage whispers. Rachel was facing me, her mother and sister on either side of her, and pressing down some implied offer of support. Through the clink of porcelain, her voice cut the air. "I'm in love with someone else." She leaned in steady-eyed, as though she were admitting she forgot to buy the milk, not to keep her vows. "I'm going to go live with him, with his parents." Her words had taken a razor's edge to the fragile faith we had started to form. I swirled my coffee. Once, twice, thrice around with my spoon, each revolution a tether to my waning composure. I met her gaze, and my tone was soft but steady. "Then you all must go." Her mother's eyes widened, a quick what escaping her lips. Rachel, her mother, her sister, they came in a formation, a family migration that hadn't included me. You could hear the clanking of their whammy from 10 miles off, their smugness tearing asunder, which is sort of the kind of attitude of love that everyone is always saying two people should share. I drank water and gazed down at the men. They just didn't get my answer. But betrayal, I've discovered, is a sluttish vagrant that conceals its claws until the moment of attack. I married Rachel because she was my tether, smart, gentle, a woman who in that crazed, chaotic world made the world's noise feel negotiable. Her laughter had once filled our tiny apartment, her touch a promise of forever. I never shrank back then, when that last orgy of awful loans poured $150,000 of her mother's gambling debts into my account. I sold my stocks, cashed out stock options, and silently paid it off, the dead weight of each check a vow to my family. I decided family was important enough. The flame of her gratitude was a flash that burned out again within 3 weeks. The chill set in after that, and Rachel's showers were too long and the bathroom door steamed. She'd smile at messages from somebody else, her fingers dancing, taking the conversation underground. There was a new stink hanging off her, sulfuric and strange. Not for me. Every shift, every no-show I witnessed. I didn't hold my breath. I wasn't that naive, but I followed it closely and thought to myself, the storm is coming. The information came on a Wednesday evening, the sky darkened by dusk. Rachel, in a moment of rare stupidity, had forgotten to turn the screen of her phone face down on the counter. The message flashed on the screen. "Can't wait to wake up next to you again. Love you." My heart wasn't pounding. It went ice hard and rock heavy. I memorized the number, my fingers tracing the glow across the screen. Her way out was Kevin, a man in his mid-30s, out of work, living with his parents in a town 2 towns away. I was the baseboard that she climbed to reach him. I didn't rage. I turned inward, methodical. For a month, detective in the dark, I'd been building the case. I scrolled through emails from midnight, her letters to Kevin searing my screen. Promises of some future that would destroy me. An analysis of GPS logs tracked her secret travels. One night, on a wet, chilly evening, I drove to see him there, sitting in my car a few blocks away from his parents' house. She walked in, tote bag slung over one arm, her laugh, cutting, rehearsed, slicing through the stillness of the room. She wasn't just having an affair. She was busy building a new life, and I was paying for it. Seriously, I found her scarf in the things, and I stared at it like it had a job for me 2 minutes before I could let it go. That thing smelled of home and of better days. For a beat, I hesitated, holding it, thinking that maybe I had already missed a chance to rein her in. But the truth was starker. She'd come to a decision. I retrieved myself, deliberately, inch by inch. I removed our combined resources to my own, single account, legitimate, pure, impervious. I stopped helping her out, took my name off the car loan. She never found out. She never looked at the bills. I called her mother's creditors and used loopholes to re-up the accounts I closed. I was acting not in cruelty, but in clarity. I saw a lawyer, our prenup, signed in the giddy flush of year one, my ironclad shield. Silently, I signed the divorce papers, my pen scratching the only noise. I just couldn't wait until everything was mine, house, cars, debts in my name. Then I asked him to brunch in my oh-so-faint voice with its false promise of good news. Rachel's smile was distant. Somewhere else already. Her mother, sitting smug, and her sister downplayed the glow of her phone. "I have someone," Rachel said, with a nonchalance in her voice that suggested our marriage was inside. "We're going to be together. Someone more compatible will come your way," added her mother, and then the chutzpah. "We're leaving for next week, but Kevin's familia will be hunkering down here. Then every single one of you will have to get out today," I said in a stormy whisper. Her mother choked. "What?" I handed a folder across the table. Single-spaced pages heavy with truth. "This entire house is mine, deed, mortgage, everything. You're not on the lease. And you," I told her mother, "have 30 days to pay me the money you owe me." "You're kidding me," Rachel spat, her mask splintering. "I am. Kevin's not on the lease. Neither are you. Utilities are cut. Locks change in 2 hours." "You can't do that," her sister hissed. "I already did." Rachel's eyes burned. "Is this revenge?" "No," I said. "This is balance." She stomped back out, then paced up and down the sidewalk yelling into her phone at Kevin, who never materialized. Her mother sat there, white in the face with shock, smugness gone. Her sister's frown was unspoken at last. I handed Rachel her box, her passport, trinkets, her grandmother's ring glinting within. "Your essentials," I said. "Everything else stays where it is pending a court decision." Her hands were shaking, but she didn't cry. Their footsteps faded into the afternoon, a distant echo of defeat. 2 weeks later, a letter reached me from a friend. Rachel had appeared on Kevin's parents' front step, her tote bag pulsing with desperation. They shunned her, voicing their disapproval. Not of her, but their sons having fallen for a married woman with nothing to show for herself. I pictured her recounting before us a moment that must have dismayed her, on that porch, with her certainty cracking, nowhere to stand. I'm not angry anymore. They say revenge is like the poison. Hope the other one dies. They're wrong. Revenge is a dish best served cold as focus, a leveling. Rachel had a bet on loyalty. I had a bet on silence. And silence won. She'd once told me I was too ruthless, too logical, no emotion. She was right. That's why I won. Months later, the place is quiet, with my feet the only noise in it. I walked past the living room. Where Rachel's laughter had sounded, it but a memory. That betrayal still smarts, a wan scar, not a raw wound. I've built up, account protected, prenup honored, new faces in my life, not to replace her, but to find myself again. Every now and then the mention of Rachel's name drifts through, a hardship attached to it, a lost job, a lease denied. I don't gloat. I wasn't trying to ruin her, only to find my footing. I won't toss the currency of trust away, so casually next time. In the stillness, I've found clarity. It's enough.